Guys, welcome to the Florida Treasure Coast Market Update. Today we're going to talk about pools.
You better get fired up.
Pools, baby. We're talking about pools. I was just talking with someone about the time to sell difference between a property with a pool and a property that doesn't have a pool in South Florida. Now, I've sold in Minnesota. Not that a pool wasn't desired, it certainly was, but a lot of people there, because it froze and because it was rare and everything else, it wasn't something that was really sought after, right? But down here, at any given time when I look at pools in Port St. Lucie, it's 22 to 24% of homes on the market have pools. So roughly 1/5 or 1/4 of all the homes out there have pools. People are constantly asking, it's probably the biggest request I get, I want a 3-2 with a pool. That's the number one request that I get, is a 3-2 with a pool at such and such price, whatever price point it is that you want. So for that reason, I started asking myself, and I haven't looked at this. This is going to be both of us doing it for the first time. How much longer does it take to sell a home without a pool than a home with a pool? And that's an assumption I'm making. I don't know that that necessarily happens. Maybe they don't take longer to sell. But let's take a look at it. I'm going to share a screen here, and what we're going to do is we're going to come in and look at the MLS right here. And so this MLS, this is exactly what we use as realtors to input new listings, to look up properties for buyers, whatever it is. And when you look at like Zillow, Trulia, Realtor, Redfin, all those different websites, even my website, right, findafloridahouse.com or eXp Realty, Keller Williams, all those sites that will show you homes have what's called an IDX feed. That IDX feed is a direct link from the MLS to that website, giving them all the data, all the information, not all of it, but a lot of it, on all these homes. So that's what we're looking at right here. So I'm going to come in, we're going to punch in Port St. Lucie, and let's look up solds. And we'll look up, let's say 2 months of data. Today is September 11th, guys. September 11th. If you've got kids, have a 5-minute conversation with them today about what the heck September 11th is. Okay, so it'll say right up here, well, it's taking time. All right, let's come down and go private pool, yes. Okay, so pool. We got 242 homes that sold in the last couple months that had a pool in Port St. Lucie. And you can see they're all over the city, right? So I'm going to come into list. And we're going to go to, it should have cumulative days on market. Here we go. And I want to find that median sales time. Why didn't that work? So the middle of 242 is going to be 121, 122. So let's come down. I can look at that over on the left here. 121, 122. So the median is 38 days. I'm going to write that down. So now to test my theory, let's come back to edit search. And let's say that they do not have a private pool. How long do these suckers take? So the middle of 749 is going to be 350 plus 25 is 375. So let's come down. They should be in order already. And they are 375. It'll be so interesting to me if these go quicker or if they're the same. I'm assuming it's going to be at about 43, 44, just a hair higher. 375. Look at that, 46 days. So that may not sound like a lot, but remember again, those 8 days, that's a median number. So over hundreds of sales, it really racks up, right? One other thing I'm going to look at is when you come up to the top here, oh man, it's still got to think on the top end. Let's look at how many took at least 100 days to sell. So 179 out of 749. Let's see what that is. 179 divided by 749. What the heck? Okay, I need to 100. Oh, it's because I don't have my num lock on. divided by 749. That is 23.9%. So 23.9% of homes without pools took at least 100 days to sell. Let's go back down here to pool homes, and let's look up how many took 100 days to, 100 days to sell here. So right here, it's 46. 46 divided by 242 is 19%. So we're seeing a couple different numbers that are really interesting there that tell me, to a small extent, it's not huge, but it's a small extent, you're looking at a median of 38 days to sell with a pool and 46 without. And remember, we're not looking at like, is it 350 to 400 grand or is it 700 to 800 grand? 700 to 800 grand, anytime you increase the price, you're going to increase the amount of time it generally takes to sell. Doesn't mean $1 million home can't sell in a day. Doesn't mean that a 350 can't take 6 months to sell, generally. Also, if you've got a pool home, 19% of the time, it's going to take 100 plus days to sell. Without a pool, it takes 23.9 days. That's really interesting. That's certainly definitive. It's interesting. It doesn't surprise me. That's about what I probably would have guessed. But that tells me pools are sought after. People want them. They will get into them quickly. They'll make quick moves on them. They'll pay for that pool. Now, if you paid 80 grand for your pool, or maybe you've got a pool and to rebuild it would cost 80 grand, you're not going to get 80 grand out of that. You're probably going to get 40, 45, $50,000 in value out of that. But it's more sought after. People will go after it more. I know if I get a pool home that's 350 to 450 and everything's clean and I've got a 10-year-old roof or newer, that sucker is usually going to pop pretty dang quick. That's pretty sought after. But yeah, I thought this was really interesting, so I want to share that. If you're looking for a pool, you're a pool buyer, the advice I would give to you, I've given to my clients before, is try to find, unless you're really picky and you've got money. If you're really picky and you got money, call A&G Pools. They will put in a pool. They're the best pool builder on the Treasure Coast. They'll bid you a pool, and then you're not limited. You can go buy any doggone house you want, and then you can put that pool in your backyard, and you're set. If you have to have a pool already in, and this is for, like, I try to be smart with my vehicles, right? I will not buy a new vehicle. I will not, I say this, but I haven't shopped for a car in 5 years. I cannot imagine paying over $25,000 for a vehicle. My vehicles were 9,800 and 18 grand. And I almost choked when I paid 18 grand, right? Because I know those things just, with a pool, yes, the property values go up, but you're always going to get a deal on a pool because you're paying that $40,000, $45,000, $50,000 in added value. If it was the same house without the pool, it's going to be $40,000 to $50,000 more usually because it's got the pool. If you build a pool, it's going to be 80 to 100 grand in most situations. So it makes sense financially to buy the home that's already got the pool. But if you're going to do that, you're limited to, like I said in the beginning of this video, 22 to 24% of listings on the market. In fact, let's take a look. I'll share screen one more time. Let's see how accurate my 22 to 24% is. So let's go edit search, and let's go up to active, and let's come down to, okay, so 300. Well, I want to come to single family homes. Come on now. So 373, you can see it right up here. 373 have pool homes. So I'm betting we got about 1,700 total listings. 1672. So I'm not that good at math. Let's pull out a calculator. Divided by 1672, 22.3%. Spot on, baby. Spot on. So again, if you're looking for a pool home, just realize you are limiting yourself to 22% of the listings out there, 22 to 24, depending upon when, that are going to be available to you. That is a little restrictive, but again, for that restriction, you're saving yourself a lot of cash. So again, if you've got cash and you know you're picky, go get the A&G pool, man. It is going to be awesome. But if you're looking for a financial deal, not a deal, you're not getting a deal, generally speaking, but it's a better financial decision. you're going to want to find a home that's already got the pool in there. Guys, if you've got anything you want me to dig into, every single Wednesday I'm here looking up our Port St. Lucie market and giving you the details. If there's something specific, some market, some price point you want me to look into, let me know and I'd be happy to do it. Guys, have a great day. Thanks for joining me.